We often think that setting a boundary requires a speech. We imagine we need to have a difficult conversation, send a long text, or explain our reasons until we are blue in the face. We believe that if we don't speak up, we have no defense. But there is a deeper, more ancient form of protection that doesn't require a single vibration of your vocal cords. It is the art of the silent boundary. Have you ever noticed how some people can walk into a room and without saying a word, command respect, or how others can listen to a criticism and remain completely unshakable, as if the words simply pass through them like light through glass? This isn't magic. It is the result of a disciplined internal posture. It is the realization that your energy is not a public park. It is a private sanctuary, and the gatekeeper of that sanctuary is not your voice, but your silence. Let me tell you the story of Leo. Leo was a man who felt energetically naked. He was a kind soul, but he was a reactor. If someone was angry, he became anxious. If someone was demanding, he became hurried. He felt that to be a good person, he had to engage with every emotional bid thrown his way. He was constantly explaining himself, constantly trying to smooth things over. He was exhausted not from what he was doing, but from the constant internal noise of reacting to everyone else. One winter, Leo sought out an old master calligrapher named Kenji, who lived in a house filled with the scent of sandalwood and old paper. Leo asked him, "Master, how do I stop people from draining me? I try to tell them no, but they push back, and I find myself trapped in their drama again." Kenji didn't answer. Instead, he took a brush, dipped it in deep black ink, and drew a single perfect circle on a piece of white rice paper. Then, he took a bowl of water and dropped a single drop of ink into it. The water immediately turned gray and cloudy. "Leo," Kenji said, "most people are like this bowl of water. When someone throws their ink, their anger, their drama, their demands into you, you react. You mix with it, you let it change your color. You think you need to shout to keep the ink out. But the more you splash, the more the ink spreads." Kenji then pointed to the circle he had drawn on the paper. The ink sat on the surface, bold and contained. The paper does not fight the ink. It simply knows where the ink belongs. This is the silent boundary. It is the ability to witness the ink without becoming the ink. This was Leo's epiphany. He realized that his problem wasn't that he wasn't speaking up enough. It was that he was mixing too much. He was giving his energy away the moment he allowed himself to be provoked into a reaction. To master the silent boundary, you must embrace the Stoic principle of internal sovereignty. Marcus Aurelius believed that the mind should be like a promontory, a rocky point of land that juts out into the sea. The waves crash against it, but it stands firm, and eventually the sea grows calm around it. You don't need to argue with the waves. You just need to be the rock. When you refuse to react, you are exercising the ultimate discipline. You are signaling to the world that your internal peace is not up for negotiation. This requires the art of letting go. You must let go of the need to be understood. When someone is projecting their chaos onto you, your instinct is to correct them, to defend yourself, or to explain your side. But every word you speak in your defense is a leak in your energy. Silence is your shield. By staying silent, you are not agreeing. You are simply refusing to participate in a frequency that is beneath you. You are choosing Zen, the state of being a mirror that reflects everything but keeps nothing. The next time his brother-in-law began a familiar, draining rant about a perceived slight, Leo didn't interrupt. He didn't offer advice. He didn't even nod in agreement. He simply sat there breathing, maintaining a calm and neutral gaze. He felt the ink being thrown at him, but he imagined himself as the rice paper. He watched the words land, but he didn't let them soak in. There was a long, uncomfortable silence. His brother-in-law, sensing that his emotional food was being cut off, eventually ran out of steam and stopped talking. For the first time, Leo walked away from that encounter feeling stronger, not weaker. He hadn't said a single no, yet he had set the most powerful boundary of his life. The silent boundary is built on 3 pillars. The neutral gaze, looking at the world as it is, without a story. The controlled pause, taking 3 seconds before any response, reclaiming your power from the autopilot. The internal shield, visualizing a layer of clear light around your spirit that allows information to enter but keeps emotion out. This is the secret to self-mastery. It is the understanding that you are the master of your own weather. Just because someone brings a storm to your door doesn't mean you have to open the window. You can watch the rain fall from a place of warmth and stillness. Reclaim your energy today. Understand that your silence is not a void. It is a fortress. You don't need to explain your peace to those who are dedicated to their own chaos. Just be the rock, be the paper, be the silence. For in that silence, you will find the strength that no words can ever take away.